You know I was coming on here. What could I possibly say about this, man? I I don't know what to say. Honestly, man. That was like I don't get basketball. I must not get basketball. I must not get basketball. Popovich is a genius. How is it that you outplay a team for 3 quarters? Not only outplay the team, but the points that you're getting are the simplest, easiest. Like, they cannot. I mean, they're not. Let me rephrase that. They weren't easy points, but there were baskets where it was like, okay, they obviously cannot stop. Tim Duncan had 30, 25 by the half. Tim Duncan had 25 by the half. I think he ended the game with 30 points. That means he scored only 5 points the second half. That makes no sense to me. This is what pisses me off. This is what makes me think shit is rigged. Like, this pisses me off. Like, how is it that you drop 25 and a half, and it's not like 25 like, oh, he was hot, and then, or maybe he just got cold. No, there were points where it was like, they can't see your moves. They can't stop your moves. In the paint, they could not stop him. They could not stop him. Then the half comes, and he can't score no more. Another thing. How is it Diaw locks this nigga LeBron James up for 3 quarters? Locks him up. Like, I was going to come on here and say, look, I ain't even going to lie. I was going to come on here and say, yeah, I'm not even going to lie. LeBron played a terrible game, but you got to give that credit to Diaw. Because you know me, LeBron sucks. I think LeBron sucks. But honestly, if they would have lost, I would have came on here and been like, I ain't going to lie. Half of that was not LeBron's fault. Diaw was locking this nigga up. Like, Diaw was like on every pump fake. Nope. As soon as he jumped to shoot it, Diaw was there. Like, Diaw knew every freaking move. Locked him down for 3 quarters. 4th quarter comes. Wade is out. Everybody's out but LeBron James. Popovich takes everybody out, including Diaw. He's not a starter. I don't understand why when LeBron James went and did that whole 4th quarter thing, when they dropped it to like 10, 8, 5, why didn't Popovich go, Diaw, okay, get in there and just stay on LeBron? LeBron was doing it. That's it. Nobody else. Why wouldn't Popovich just throw Diaw in there and say, go ahead and continue locking him up? Why didn't he do that? I don't get that. I do not get that. I don't get that. Number 3. Why is Popovich taking Tim Duncan out on the last possessions of Miami Heat's last possession? Tim Duncan has not. I understand what he was doing. Okay, take Tim Duncan out. Actually, I don't understand. I mean, it makes sense because you want to take your center out so they don't, so you can contest everything. But it doesn't make sense because they have not gotten nothing on Tim Duncan. It's like, okay, for instance, when the Pacers took Hibbert out, that made sense because you wanted someone to be able to move around fast. You know what I'm saying? Take Hibbert out. You want someone to be able to move out fast. That made sense. It was stupid. I wouldn't have did that either, but that made sense. But why take Tim Duncan out? No one's passed him, drive past him. No one's made a layup on him, and no one's shot over him. Like, he hasn't been any type of what do you call it? Oh my God, I'm so mad right now. He hasn't been any type of weakness, any type of, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't been bad in anything. I don't understand why they took him out. Like, they're like, okay, I want to take Duncan out to make sure they don't get this because they can use Duncan and get this on him. They haven't did that all game. Why take him out? Duncan has not been a liability. That's the word I was looking for. Duncan has not been a liability in anything of the game. Not in scoring, not on defense, not on driving, nothing. He has not been a liability in any way in the game. Why would you take him out like he's a liability for something? Like the Miami Heat can use him to their advantage. I don't understand that. That made no sense. Twice he did it in 2 big possessions where they should have ended the game with the rebound. Why would he take him out? See, this is the type of shit that really makes me think that shit is just rigged. Really, like, why? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. And then Popovich puts his backups in. Ginobili by himself. Ginobili hasn't done shit again. Ginobili's been doing nothing but turnovers, literally. That nigga got more turnovers than probably shot attempts. That nigga didn't do nothing but turn the ball over. Nothing. Now, one time was it like, oh, good job, Ginobili. And number 4 or 5, whatever point I'm on right now, why did Danny Green shoot no threes? No threes. 1 for 4 for the whole game. 1 for 4 for the whole game. Besides the 1 for 5 because the last part at the end. That basketball game made no sense. No sense. No sense. That basketball game made no sense whatsoever, dude. And again, Tim Duncan scores 25 points in the first half. The ending ends up with 30 points by the end of the game with an overtime. 30 points. You telling me, my nigga, that they stopped Duncan? When? When did they stop Duncan? When? I'm not even going to talk about the non-call foul at the end of the game. I don't even give a damn about that because it shouldn't even been there. I'm not even going to talk about, anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about all that bullshit calls. I do not understand how that happened. Someone please explain to me. Thank you. I need an explanation. And don't give me, they adjusted. They didn't do nothing different. They didn't adjust. It's like the Spurs just stopped going what worked for them. Never went for the threes. And stopped going to Duncan. Made no sense. Made no sense. And it was like they went to Ginobili, who has done nothing but turned over the ball. Nothing. Man.
So you can catch
She got caught slipping.
At 8:30 when our coverage begins. Love those all-access pieces. We'll have an all-access Game 6. The question is, will we have one from Game 7?
Will we even have a Game 7?
Exactly.
Jamie Sire, Randy Scott.
Guys, hear that?
Pieces. We'll have an all-access Game 6. The question is, will we have one from Game 7?
Will we even have a Game 7?
Exactly.
Jamie Sire, Randy.
Love those all-access pieces. We'll have an all-access Game 6. The question is, will we have one from Game 7?
Will we even have a Game 7?
Exactly.
She said, will we have one from Game 7?
All-access pieces. We'll have an all-access ABC.
We love all those all-access pieces. The question is, will we have one from Game 7? And Homeboy goes, no, the question is, will we even have a Game 7? Exactly.
NBA countdown at 8:30 when our coverage begins. Love those all-access pieces. We'll have an all-access Game 6. The question is, will we have one from Game 7?
Will we even have a Game 7?
Exactly.
Jamie Sire, Randy Scott, Sports.
Got caught slipping. And when you say real talk, don't forget the Perez.